Boys, we got an AP change coming, and I figured we would go through some of the best players that you could potentially have. And this isn't like the best team in Madden lineup, because I think there's going to be some like really detailed mixes of how you want to build teams and stuff, but some of these cards may already be going up in price. Okay. Just this thing, 6 AP offense, 6 AP defense coming on the 4th. So let's just get in and talk about some of this stuff right here. All right. Let's go in. So we'll start with quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Obviously his cheapest AP, right? I even have extra AP on him with Playmaker, but you can get 2 AP set feet, lead gunslinger, fearless, and Haro Master for 2 AP. His card has doubled in price since this morning, and I still have Playmaker on him, right? I still have Playmaker, so we know about him. If you can afford 3 AP on a quarterback, we have lots of choices. Running back is going to be interesting, because if you still want to use AKA running backs, you're going to have to make that decision right there on how you want to do stuff. Do you want, like how I have on Flash here, we've got the Flash X Factor, and I have Tank on him as well, bringing him to 2 AP. There are certain running backs I could get Tank on for 0 and like play the sub game if you really wanted to, but not so much. Ring of Honor cards are going to be super important. Tony G, was that red zone threat, short and elite. Randy Moss, deep out route tech, free. CD 0 for short in and short out. CD is the best receiver in the game now. Calvin, there's lots of receivers who's going to get 1 ability discounted, right? But when we go to the offensive line, this is actually where it's oddly important. If you're like me, and I'm not a big runner, if you're a runner of the ball, fast forward maybe a little bit here. This isn't for running. This is built for passing here, okay? This is like the optimal setup for a 0 AP line, all right? You got a secure protector, John Madden. We all know that. Larry Allen, his price should go up. He's a 0 AP threat detector. That's rare in itself. I think he's like the only one. And he gets like secondary positions everywhere if you really care about that. Joel Bitonio is a game changer card. If you put the token in him, he gets 2 abilities for free. Now I like post up on centers, and then he gets nasty streak as well. That's a 0 AP 2 ability guy there. Zach Martin. There's a couple guys who get identifier for 0, but again, throw them in there. And because we have the red tornado, we were able to get boosts on guards, and we now have 3 guards. Ryan Ramczyk, the brand new card that came out, gets a 0 AP secure protector, not edge protector, but secure protector. I do not want to spend any AP on my line whatsoever, and I can get every single ability I need doing this. Not that I want, I would love a little bit more, but what I need is this, right? It's this, okay? I know you're like, well, I run an all ultimate. If you still want to do that and you want to live giving up AP or risk of not having abilities on the field, that's going to be totally up to you. But the main cards, Ramczyk is LTD and he's still in packs, guys. And I don't know if let me check this up. Let me pull this guy up here. I feel like there's not a lot of secure protectors that are getting 0 AP, right? You have Ramczyk, you have Larry Allen, you have John Madden, you have Peter Skoronski, you have Alex Kappa thrown out right. So there's a couple of guys, but they're not necessarily going to be in the right spots. If you want a free right tackle, the AANHPI Pine Sewell does get secure protector for free at right tackle. So just a heads up there for you guys if you want to go a little bit discounty there. The way we're going to build our team from the non-starters is really just going to still be focused on 0 AP. You guys know that, you understand that, but these are really important cards and they're going to be expensive, right? Unfortunately, some are LTDs. Larry Allen, really important. CD Lamb, really important. Aaron Rodgers, really important. LTDs. We got everything else here. Another card you could throw out is a Barry Sanders. He gets evasive and something else for 0 AP. That's kind of cool. But if you're not going to use, again, feel me here, if you're not going to use an X Factor running back, Barry Sanders is a great way to go, but he's expensive, okay? Defensively, slightly different here. There's not really any cards in here. It's like, man, like you should probably get the LTD is gonna be kind of weird. And I may be missing someone. If I'm missing someone, please let me know. I tried to do enough research, and if I miss someone, again, I apologize. So the way that I would be building my team out, again, you can do what you want, right? But for me, you guys are here. This is my opinion. When it comes to run stopping abilities, inside stuffs, no outsiders and all that, I would fill my backups with stuff like that and just be subbing players in. I have no problem doing subs in game. If you're not used to doing subs in game, maybe it's something you should be getting used to. It's actually a really big benefit. Having one person who does it all is amazing. That seems like the world they do not want us to live in anymore, so get used to that. This change also makes linebackers basically useless because you can't afford their AP. Lawrence Taylor is probably the one card out here that's like, it's kind of important. Again, if people are going to be sacrificing AP on offense, there's a chance, a much higher chance nowadays, that someone may not be running 2 secure protectors. Lawrence Taylor, again, he's a million coins. Edge threat elite, double or nothing, or 0 is good. And again, when people start to make these concessions of AP, you may run into more people now without a fearless or something on their quarterback. So he's going to be important. Otherwise, I don't think anyone is must have on defense, right? It's going to, are you a man guy? Are you a zone guy? Do you want the pass rush? For me, I still want the pass rush. I feel like that is much more important than being able to knock a ball out twice a game, right? Pass rush can win us games much more than corners. The corners play bad enough as is, and we like having abilities on them to help out, to make the game feel a bit better than it should. But I'm not overly worried about that. I could put 10 AP on a corner and he could still get smoked by a route, right? So I'm going to be putting just 1 AP, and it is going to unfortunately affect the way that I want to play the game at times, but that's okay. We're going to have to live with that, right? If you are going to be doing something where you are adjusting a lot. So for me, I play a lot of base cover 2, and then I adjust out of that. I will put my outside corners, which would be Darius Slay and Deion Sanders. Depending on the situation and the formation, I'll put them in outside quarters. I liked having a deep out zone KO and a flat zone KO. That provided flexibility for me. Not so much anymore. So is it worth me having an AP out there for maybe it'll be there? I don't know. That's something I'm legitimately going to have to play around with. I might just run pick artists on my corners and safeties and go with everything else. You know what I mean? I think so. I think splitting everything else up. I still think having the AKA pass rushers is going to be the best move. It is. It is. And if you want to get real crazy, go get your Pat Pete. He's got a, what is it, 1 step ahead for 1. That's not bad. But again, lots of these other guys, we'll optimize the abilities we use on them. It's not that way now. But defensively, I don't think there's anything super crazy. Even this Ryan Neal, pick artist and crusher for 0. Okay, cool. Maybe as a user, right? That's an advantage. You know, that's more of an advantage here as a user than Polamau would be here, right? It is. It truly is. Kevin Byard, again, to me, this card adds some flexibility. I love the way the Acrobat plays in this game. I love that it does stuff. He gets pick artist and Acrobat for 0. He's kind of a guy I've been super high on and using forever. And I swear nobody else uses him because it's Kevin Byard. He's not 9 feet tall. I don't care if he's 9 feet tall. Does he get to the ball? Kevin Byard does. If you watch the gameplay channel, you will have noticed that. So the way I have it set up right now, this isn't a final thing. Don't look at this is who CC is using and all this. These are the abilities, and I haven't gone through all of that to a T. I want to see what the backyard ballards cards really turn out to be. But again, what we are going to be doing is optimizing here. The reason the optimization is going to be a thing is we have golden tickets in like 2 weeks. And I'm expecting EA to start making cards with 2 0 AP abilities much more frequently. thus increasing the value, the desire for those cards, which is something that hasn't happened. When EA starts tweeting out Ultimate Legends every Friday, we've been like, okay, not really overly caring because that card plays the same as this card and this card and that card, and they're all kind of the same. Once they start to add this little sprinkle of difference, it brings back better cards because they will be better, right? That's just the way it goes. So I think, unfortunately for a lot of people, if you didn't happen to have a few of these cards already, their price point is kind of gone. However, if you can be patient, I think that's going to change. I think you're going to have the ability to get cards similarly very soon. That's EA's sort of way. They didn't do this without a plan. They did this with a plan. I promise you they have a plan. It may not always be the best plan, but they got a plan, undoubtedly. I think some of these cards are really important. Otherwise, again, operate based on your scheme. I like to run. I like to pass. I want to be balanced. Okay, you got to figure that out right there. You do. It's tough, but we'll see how the game through plays. Afterwards, you could actually build, your lineup today and go play if you really wanted to. I promise you can win games with less AP. I do it every single week, every single video, every single game I've played for like the past 2 months. We have been rocking with less than max AP. I've been playing games legitimately with not even 0 AP on defense, no abilities, because I kind of wanted the challenge. And you know what? It hasn't really changed a whole lot, honestly, because defense is tough anyway. Just again, if you played man, I'm sure if you're a man player, I'm sure there's some sort of factor there. But I think don't jump and be like, I'm gonna buy Aaron Rodgers for 4 million coins or whatever he ends up going to. I wouldn't be doing that, right? Because they are going to have other cards coming out to accommodate for this change. This change, like I said, again, please listen very, very carefully. This is not to do anything more than help create more desire in new content. That is the exact sole reason for this change. And the only way that works is if they give you content you desire. If they don't do that, they ultimately fail. I think they'll do that. It's the truth. It's the truth. Do we like it? I don't know. Do we love it? I don't know. Do we hate it? I don't know. But it's here. Be ready for it. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.